In this video I'm going to show you how to make fire starters that will last about 15 minutes, which should be plenty of time to get any fire going pretty good. I'm How To Bob. Here's how we're going to start out. We're going to get a can. You can use a soup can, ravioli can, any kind of metal can that you want to use, and we're going to clean that up, take the lid off, take the label off, and I'm going to use that for my double boiler so that I don't melt wax down in my one from the kitchen. I'm going to get a egg crate. You want to use the one that's made out of cardboard. I'll need some old broken up candles and a pot to boil some water in. You want to fill the pot up with water just high enough so that the cup doesn't float in it. If you get it too full, your cup of wax will float to the top and turn over. So I'm going to take my candles, break them into the smallest pieces possible, and put those into my can. Now you can put these stick candles in with the wick. The wick will burn. It'll actually add some more material to the fire starter. I'm going to use this. I got to get rid of this here because that's got a piece of metal that won't burn very well. So I'm going to scoop out the wax out of this old candle that will no longer burn and just break it into small pieces, throw those in there. Smaller the pieces, the easier it's going to be to melt the wax. Now I've got my water boiling already, so I can go ahead and gently set the can down in there, and I want to be careful not to burn myself, of course, and I'm going to hold it down in there. A pair of needle nose pliers comes in handy here to put the can into place and kind of hold it in place while it melts the wax down to get it below the water level so that it doesn't float up to the top. I'm going to put some more wax in. Got another candle here. I'll add a little bit more wax as it melts down. Okay, now I've got it all set up, and I'm going to let it sit here and boil and melt the wax. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to get the rest of my stuff ready. I need some sawdust and some lint. And I'm going to take my egg crate here, and I'm going to take the lint and put a little bit of lint in each cup. It doesn't have to be a whole lot, but I'll go ahead and fill all my cups with lint. Then I'm going to take the bag that I have of sawdust and sprinkle that on top of the lint. Now you might ask where I got so much sawdust. Well, you can pick that up at any hardware store that will cut lumber, because they just throw the old sawdust away. So go in with a Ziploc bag and say, hey, can I get some sawdust out of your vacuum for your saw? And they should give that to you with no problem. Once I got done here with my sawdust, I'm going to go ahead and put another layer of lint over top of the sawdust. I'm just layering lint, sawdust, lint, sawdust. This will give me a nice, long, good burn along with the wax that I'm going to put on top of the mixture. Okay, that's pretty full. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the lid and cut it off of the egg crate. What I'm going to do is put that underneath just to protect my surface underneath when I go to pour the wax in. I'm going to use my needle nose pliers and just dump a little bit of wax in each one, making sure they each get good coverage of wax. And I want to go down the line, make sure that each cup has enough wax. If the wax gets on the side of the cup, it doesn't matter, it's going to burn away. So I just fill in my cups until I'm almost out of wax. And what I did is I saved my cup. I had a little bit of wax left over in the bottom of my cup. I just saved it for my next project when I want to make another set of fire starters. So I just continue to pour my wax into my cups until they're full. Now I take it and put it in the refrigerator and let it harden. I can let the wax harden for about half an hour, and then I can cut my tab off here of my egg crate and separate the egg crates by cutting them apart. And that way I'll have 12 fire starters with each egg crate that I use. They're nice, convenient little sizes, and something like this will burn for about 15 minutes. So I just want to continue to cut my egg crate apart here until I have my 12 fire starters. Okay, now that I've got all my fire starters cut apart, I'm going to take it outside and we'll try it out. Now for this trial, I'm going to put the fire starter upside down, and as you'll see, it lights quite easily, and then within about a minute it's going really, really good. Okay, here we are with the fire starter, and it's been 5 minutes and you can see it's still going strong. Okay, here we are after 10 minutes and you can see there's still material left to burn after 10 minutes of burn time with the fire starter. Right now we're right about at 15 minutes and you can see that the flame is starting to die down, but at 15 minutes your fire starter should have had whatever you were going to burn caught on fire by this point, so I'd say this is a success.